If you like Tony Soprano, you'll like these books, okay? One is called Bone in the Throat. The other is called Bobby Gold. They're written by another Tony, actually. They're set around the murky world of restaurant kitchens. Bet you didn't think that restaurant kitchens were all that murky, did you? Well, you don't know the half of it. Will you welcome, please, New York chef and whistleblower Anthony Bourdain. Anthony, you're very welcome.
Thanks.
Now, you are a novelist, that's for sure. We talk about that side of you, but you are a chef. I mean, a fully fledged veteran chef.
Yeah, I started as a dishwasher at age 17 and worked my way up the line over 28 years and have been a chef for, I guess, about 15 years now.
15 years, okay. Was there any moment when you decided, yes, this is the life for me?
Really early in my career, like a lot of people, the restaurant business has always been sort of a refuge for misfits and refugees, particularly back in the 70s and 80s when I started. And I started working a dishwashing job when my housemates got sick of me freeloading off them. Started washing dishes, and I looked across the line at the cooks and the people who worked in the kitchen. I thought, these guys live like pirate kings. I mean, they got girls and free liquor and free food, and they lived basically like rock and roll bands. And they didn't even have to play guitar. If there was one particular moment, I'm going to try to phrase this delicately. I was washing dishes, and there was a large wedding party in the restaurant coming right after the ceremony. The bride, the groom, the bride in her wedding whites. And at one point during the meal with the whole wedding party out in the dining room, the bride poked her head in the kitchen, had a whispered conversation with the chef, and the two of them disappeared off into the parking lot, into the trash area where we keep the trash separated from the parking lot. And all the cooks started looking out the window, and there's my chef making love to the bride in her wedding gown, while the new groom and the whole family are out in the dining room chawing away on fried seafood. And I thought, my first thought was, I want to be a chef. That was my kind of early epiphany that urged me on to work hard and rise up the line.
It was a rocky road, though, because you thought it was going to be easy.
It's a mixture of outlaw chaos and confusion and pressure on one hand. It's a very free environment that's accepting. I mean, people with unlovely personal habits, criminal histories, outside the kitchen doors. Inside, it's a very rigid military hierarchy. You show up on time, hot food arrives hot, cold food arrives cold. There's certain things you absolutely have to do. So it was a good mix of order and chaos for a young man.
Sometimes if you see chefs hanging around at the back of a restaurant, they
run.
Well, they generally have knives strapped to their waist, but besides that, they can be kind of dirty looking a lot of the time. Big, maybe muscles, tattoos, and they don't look like sort of Mr. and Mrs. Hygiene.
Yeah, I mean, there's a popular perception, especially now with this celebrity chef craze, that chefs and the people who cook your food, these sort of roly-poly, adorable, huggable Santa Claus types in clean white jackets with cute accents, or adorable tykes like Jamie Oliver. I don't know any chefs who look like Jamie Oliver. Most chefs are cooks I know. My cooks look like a Mexican prison gang, and you probably wouldn't want them on your property, though they cook brilliantly.
So what do you think of Jamie?
Well, he's good for business. I mean, I guess in general I find him really annoying. I need to take Dramamine to watch that show. I get motion sickness, all of that oohing and ahhing and pucka-tuck. I don't really get it.
Yeah.
Nah.
What about Ainsley Harriott?
Oh, man, don't even get me started on that. No, I don't think I've ever been meaner about anything than that. I cringe watching that.
You've written a book, a documentary book, shall we say, two. Kitchen Confidential, and you kind of dished the dirt, first of all on yourself and how you came up through, but also on what happens in kitchens. Now, if I ask for my steak well done, what's likely to happen?
Well, chefs, we're proud of the high quality steaks we buy, and when you order a well done steak, we think you're asking us to ruin it. You're asking us to incinerate it into a leathery hockey puck, and it makes us cranky. I worked in many restaurants, and I know a lot of restaurants do this. They save the nastiest, most muscular, tendony, oldest steaks for the people who order well-done steaks, because they figure they're the least likely to notice. Why waste a good piece of meat on somebody who's going to ask for their meat charred into an unrecognizable lump anyway? So essentially, you're paying for the privilege of eating our garbage, and we're happy to oblige.